Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of XCom 2 War of the Chosen, featuring the Long War of the Chosen mod. And we have a mission ahead of us, a jailbreak mission, Operation Diamond Walk. But before we do that, we're going to get in here and look at a couple of our viewer characters. I had put out a call if you want to make any adjustments or changes to your characters in the first episode, and this is the first episode I hadn't recorded since I started getting responses, so we're going to take a quick look at the characters. Nikolai, US based. We've made the changes he's looking for. He has a Spanish voice pack, and this is a character biography that pretty much auto-generates. I've just made a couple changes to it to make it fit based on where you're starting from. And you have every opportunity as viewers to change the biography of your characters if you so wish. And the one other thing you have a little play with is nicknames, because right now we do not have anything in the nickname section for your characters. So if you'll have things, either if you can think of one now, or based on what happens in the playthrough, you come up with an appropriate nickname, just let me know at any time and we can apply that. So here, as far as Nikolai, he was separated from his family during the invasion. He wound up fighting his way across the southwestern U.S., apparently surviving on his own for the past several years. Some other player characters we'll take a peek at before we hop into the mission. Who have we got down here? Joe Marotta's next. We'll take a look at him. And his biography: Joe carries himself like a military veteran, but has been reluctant to speak about the details of his past service in the United States. Commanding Officer Bradford note, "Let sleeping dogs lie." So he's got some backstories in there. There's Joe Marotta. Who do we have? We have Callum Robertson here. He's wearing the Scottish flag, and he got a little more of the older part of the crew here. We got his look aged up a bit, and his history: born in Scotland, raised in a remote community in the Highlands, Callum learned the art of survival at an early age. Instilled with a strong sense of self-reliance, he's eager to do his part to take back the earth. So there you go, Callum. There's your character. And you, Takeda, will take a look at your guy. Let's get in here to the character info. You are of British origin. You're back in the UK. You is the subject of long-standing rumors as to his involvement in covert military operations. He'll have plenty of opportunities to prove himself in the coming weeks. And you, another one that wanted to get kind of an aged look to him. And one thing I failed to mention, all my viewer characters are sporting the viewer shades. That's the one common link between all the looks on my viewer characters, is the viewer shades. And that's my little touch that I do for my own fun. And the last character we'll take a look at before we get out to the mission, that's Robbie Zasso. He is sporting the U.S. flag, and his background: Robbie was separated from his family during the invasion. He wound up fighting his way across the U.S., apparently surviving on his own for the past several years. Does that sound familiar? Auto-generated biographies. But anyway, you all feel free, if you have any other backstories you'd like to change or add, whatever you want nickname-wise, just let me know at any time down in the comments, and we can make any kind of updates for your characters. Okay, now back out into our soldier roster. There is one other thing I did say I was going to do and be really good with this time, and yet we still see a couple soldier bonds floating around out there. Nikolai, we're going to take a look at your soldier bonds. And you have some bonds with Worf, Joe Marotta, and Beverly Crusher. Now, you being a shinobi, I'm hesitant to team you up with yet another shinobi, and to be quite honest, I think maybe our best fit might be with you and Beverly Crusher. You have a high bond here. I kind of hesitate a little bit to put you with Worf. Well, you know, you actually are a shinobi. You could be there's pluses and minuses to both, but actually I think what we're going to do, since you have the very highest compatibility with Worf, we're going to team you up with him. You'll be in hiding often, so you may often have that extra turn or extra move to use that bond. So we're going to bond you up with Worf and look at it that way. We'll go with the very high. There we go, Worf and Nikolai Carpathia. Rappelling down. So far, look at that, so far 6 combined kills just in the brief beginning to this playthrough. Advent, meet your nightmares. And the other bond I'm looking at, but I haven't really decided, is Jean-Luc and Deanna Troi are the 2 bonds I'm looking at next. The only thing is I haven't quite decided. Jean-Luc Picard I'm thinking of as a technical, but I haven't decided yet. So those 2 are probably the next bond. In fact, it doesn't even matter what I'm going to make him. We're going to make these guys bond. They have very high 9.8 ratings, so they're appropriate to bond. 4 combined kills, not as impressive as our first team. Troi and Picard, twin towers of pain. Alright, so we've got our first bonds on the way. Another priority I want to keep focused on is to get that training school built so we can start developing officers at the same time. I want to use these extra abilities and perks that we can get more aggressively than we did in our last campaign. But now it's time to get out here for this mission, our jailbreak mission. That's where we're headed, down here in New Chile. And it's Operation Diamond Walk. It's an extremely light mission. It looks like everybody is a resistance personnel, which is fine by me to bolster up our Haven's ability for intel and anything else we decide to have them do. It is a high explosives map. Quick refresher on the squad we're taking out: Deanna Troi, Joe Marotta. There are Assault and Shinobis, and then we got 3 rookies coming up behind them: Reginald Barclay, Jake Solomon, and Gordi La Forge. So let's get down there, guys. Okay, Operation Diamond Walk looks like, and it's a city sort of section. We'll see. Temuco. Let's get down there. Good morning, everyone. We got ourselves a jailbreak mission, and we got ourselves a fairly long way to go. Well, not too bad, but it seemed like we had to come back a long way to get to our exit zone. So that is a slight concern for us. So we got to come back. It's not as far away as it first seemed when they first panned out. So I think we'll survive. I guess what we want to do is, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to move down over here, go for the high ground if it's convenient here. Where do we have? We got a pole right there to climb up. We probably got another pole up front, but I'll go the back route, and we'll see if we can get up high, scout out the situation, and make our final determination on how we want to proceed. So we do have the luxury of a Shinobi on this one. So Joe Marotta, you're going to lead the way.
Good copy. Moving on target.
So far, so good. No lingering drones that we've spotted as of yet.
Heading there now.
And we'll get everybody, now that we know that coast is clear, we'll get everybody motoring.
Good Tico.
I'd love to.
All right, Joe, let's do your job and get you up high so we can get all the way over here on a blue move. I'm going to probably be hesitant to move up onto this vast big roof on a yellow move, so let's get up to the next level. We do have to keep motoring. It's a nice timer, 21 turns, but the reinforcements come well before that, so let's get moving.
Understood. Moving out.
I've had enough bad experiences moving up to big roofs. But I'm almost thinking this one we can, because I can move barely up onto the roof here with a little bit of cover here. And I'm thinking this corner cover maybe. Let's take the chance now.
Heading out.
Okay, and we can see the barrel. There's these high explosive barrels all over the map. We got to be aware of them. So there, actually, our exit zone is back here on this roof. So there we go.
Stepping off.
Looks like our last couple may not have the same. Oh, okay, we got some movement there. We can get up there. So far, no sound clues, so the best guess is Advent is mostly around where the prison is, which is pretty dang typical of where the pods are located. So let's get ourselves moving across here so we can get ready to take a look. We can't quite make it to the edge because I didn't do the double move to get there. I stopped, and that caused us to lose some mobility. So we're going to take a peek over this edge just to see what this side looks like with you, Joe Marotta.
Closing on target position now.
So far, nothing. Pretty quiet, pretty empty.
Solid copy.
Deanna, you actually have the ability to peek over here for us since we're still all concealed at the moment.
He was very mysterious.
And there we go with our first pod. And we do have a street here that we need to cross to get over to the jail building over here, the building with the cells. But that's actually kind of nice if there's only that pod that we can see. So let's get everybody rushed up here just in case that is the fact. And that is the case. So maybe we can make a decision to go live with this pod.
Yeah, I'll be there.
It looks like there's another drone, sounded like underneath us, crashing through some glass. So that's not bad. Ideally, I'd like to be able to take on these two soldiers without getting Joe Marotta, or the sectoid and the drone, without getting Joe Marotta involved, is my hope, my wish. Question is, will I have enough spots? I have a cover spot here. We don't have a lot of cover spots. One, so I may have to move you, Joe Marotta, to provide cover spots for a couple of our soldiers here. So we can decide exactly how we want to deal with these enemies once we activate them. So, Joe, let's get you out here. I don't know if I want to quite go there because it opens up vision out there, but I'm really betting on most of our enemies being around the jail cells. So let's move you over here, Joe.
Moving.
Now we can start moving the rest in this direction. I can't quite get them on a blue move up. The lack of mobility is painful. So what we might decide to do is lob a little grenade over the edge with you, Reginald Barclay, since you can't quite make it to the edge. I don't like the idea of having you right by a barrel that could explode. But I think that may be our best opening plan, and we'll keep you back from the edge at the moment at least. So for at the moment, you won't be in their line of sight. I'm just worried. Let's see, how far can you throw that opening grenade right now? Yeah, so if we get you up a little farther, you should be fine. In fact, let's try maybe getting you right there. That's another problem, is I can't quite get everybody where I exactly want them cover-wise. So we'll hold off on moving some of the others. We're going to get the grenade thrown. This is not the perfect setup, but I hesitate, timer-wise and everything, to hold off any longer. So let's bring you over here, Reginald.
I'm walking.
If the grenade can't be placed where we want it, then we are going to hold off one more turn. But let's see. Well, it looks like we may be holding off one more turn. We can only cover the sectoid in this grenade, and I need both. So we're going to hold off on this one. So we will bring you up to the edge here, Reginald. And with that in mind, we're going to get you, Jake Solomon, all the way up to the edge to prepare ourselves.
Got it. Moving.
In Deanna, there's no real perfect spot to put you. We keep you in the back pocket for run and gun and whatnot. So I think we're just gonna kind of maybe keep you where you are. There's just not enough of the railing covering here, so we'll move you a tiny bit closer, and that's about it. And hopefully they patrol in a nice fashion so we can open it up next turn.
We're all more than
Roger.
the sum of
Got
our
eyes on
parts.
it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking there's a drone that we're looking at down there, so that seems to be the case. Now we do potentially, we're going to lose some lines of sight from some of these guys back here. So once again, we may have to reposition based on where they are. So let's see how we can do that. Jake, let's get you right
Okay.
here. Gordi, I think we're going to bring you right there. Do we have much mobility with you, Reginald? No, we do not, but that's where you're going to go. Actually, right now you have sight. Oh, no, you don't. We might bring you right there to do what we were going to do before, chuck the grenade. This time I know it'll be within range.
I'll try.
And before we chuck it, I think we'll keep my running gunner. Even though if I do drop down, it means we probably activate a drone in there, so hopefully we won't have to. But we'll keep you and your full running gun available just in case. And let's get this thing started. There's the grenade. And if the other Advent patrols cannot hear that, I don't know what's wrong with them. Okay. Now the sectoid is in a very vulnerable spot. We could actually drop down here to get a pretty decent shot on that. What do we want to do here? We've got a few of us left over for the drone. 86% drone shot. I think I'm up to that challenge. What do you think, Gordi?
Beautiful.
That was beautiful. And now I'm thinking to get a flank shot dropping right down here for you, Jake Solomon. And then if we need and activate that drone that I have a feeling we may activate by doing this, we still have Deanna available on a run and gun to help us out. So let's give this a shot.
I can handle that.
Ugh, but he moved, so that was a blue move. Faux pas on my part, but it encourages me, since we did not see a drone inside that building, it encourages me that we can probably drop down safely over here too. So let's give it a shot.
I detect no
Well, this time, at this angle, we saw the drone. Charging out through the door, so we may end up taking a drone, a stun, hit, whatever next turn, but we're going to get rid of the sectoid, by golly. And unfortunately, we do not have the pleasure. Yeah, we do not have the pleasure of anybody else having a move but my stealth guy that I'm trying to keep stealthy. So do we have any ways to move you forward? Oh, probably only on the roof to be able to support us. I doubt, highly doubt, we have to worry about the drone coming up here to flank us and expose us. So we're going to move over this way.
Roger that.
Jake Solomon looks to be the target,
They're trying to flank us.
and he's going to be down. That makes it that the rest of us are going to have to take out this drone. I think what we'll do, maybe get that point blank shot right here, perhaps, on the drone with you, Deanna.
I need to come too.
Feeling a little comfortable about not activating at the moment down here. Way to take it out on one shot. Nice job. We still got Jake stunned a bit, so we're going to do some scouting with you, Joe. So hopefully we do not reveal ourselves with a stunned soldier on the ground. So let's see how we want to start doing this. I guess we want to move forward, maybe see about getting on the roof. If there's a way to drop down in there, that may be our first priority. So why don't we, Joe, bring you down here on a blue move to start it?
Moving to position. Hostile targets in sight.
Okay, we've gained sight of another pod over here. So they would have line of sight there potentially. Is there any other ways I want to move forward? That's my question. There's no other ways up except for that pole. So for the moment, we're going to bring ourselves forward, taking this cover. In fact, we might. Why don't we come down to this vehicle? It's about the same distance there. It'll also let us peek around the corner a bit.
Rolling.
Nothing. And the rest of us now, we got to remember, we are exposed. Reginald Barclay, where do I want to try and drop you down for support? We may have exposed ourselves here. No? Aha! I'm thinking, oh no, it hasn't. It's not letting me tab. Well, he was the last guy out, so we'll overwatch and see what wanders into us. I'm like, oh no, we ran into a pod. It won't let me tab to the next soldier. Oh, yikes! The trials and tribulations of playing this game and this mod with ZigZag. Let's bring you up here, Deanna Troi. Oh, and you can see him right through the window. Let's see which way they decide to go. So after these two, we have 5. That means there's 4 more potentially out there. Do we have any way to do a flank on this guy down here? And it looks like we do on a blue move at distance. And we're going to take that blue move at a distance to give us a shot. Okay, Reginald Barclay, 71%. We need it.
I'll still need,
Too bad he wasn't a little closer to the barrel, because that would have been a much surer shot for us. And where did that sectoid went? Way deep back there. So I'm almost thinking we can probably get you out of the sectoid's line of sight, at least initially, Deanna Troi. And the other option is go high, but then if he's able to go high from his back position, it doesn't look like he'd be able to go high. He's down inside the building. There's no ladders right there. So another move for us could be to go high. It would allow this guy to come up the ladder and flank us, though, unless I maybe come over here just in case. So Deanna, let's get you up high. I'm not interested, and it'll get you close for run and gun options also, potentially. The other option, 0-0 stuns, they're in pretty good cover. So I don't think we're going to get any good stun options from that position. 32-32 is it. Yeah, that's not something I want to take. So we're going to get you up high out of line of sight. We still got our shinobi hidden for us. And we're going to try and keep you hidden still, just in case here, Joe. I'm going to bring you forward to this window, hoping that it'll allow you to keep your eye on the sectoid in the back for us. And obviously you'll keep your eye on this guy. I doubt he'll move forward and be aggressive to flank when he's got a half-cover shot over here, unfortunately. So we're going to do this, Joe, to keep you near the front, in case we need you to go live. Now we need to bring some more support over this way. Yeah, we'll bring you over here, Gordi.
that's the way I see it.
We have to see if we made the right moves to be able, and just in case he gets exposed, you get exposed, Joe, we're going to put you on Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Okay, the sectoid's maneuvering. He can see us now. And he's playing the mind control game. And we resisted it, but we're panicked, so that's one less soldier. The trooper was able to see Deanna Troi, but her armor protected her, so we're a little less than ideal as far as our positioning here. So I'm wondering, Deanna, if we want to bring you down or wait. We have a shot on this thing here. Now, I think blowing this guy up, so that may be our play. Since he's decided to place himself next to the barrel, that may just be our place. There's no way for me to get really to full cover. Yeah, I can still see it from full cover, and with the sectoid lurking out there, maybe that's where I want to go. Let's go. Hi, we see you. Goodbye right now. Trooper was killed. I don't see a note that popped up about losing any loot, so that worked out for us. Now we've got to position ourselves for that sectoid out there. So I'm thinking, Deanna, we might want to move you forward so you can drop down easily. go with you. We got this tower here that's limiting our movement. So as long as we have sight on this guy, I think what we're going to do, and we're within range of flesh should we need it, I think this is going to be our play.
Got it covered.
Jake Solomon has responded. He is back in the game. Yeah, we don't need anyone in line of sight of that sectoid. Any more targets in line of the sectoid than we have right
On
now.
my way.
We all want the sum of our parts.
We're running out of time. We got to keep an eye on the timer. I'm taking my time as if we have all day, so we're going to have to keep moving. And he's raised the Psy Zombie. I think the Psy Zombie just died from the exploding vehicle. Great choice in Psy Zombies there. I think if we're lucky, is this a flank? This is a flank on the guy. So why don't we take the flank on the guy? See what kind of damage we can do. I don't think we can kill it with a shotgun shot. We do have a chance if we want to try staying hidden, but reinforcements are yellow now. It's time. We've dilly-dallied and wasted our time. We got to get down in there and get these guys rescued. So, Joe, I'm counting on you to take out this sectoid right now, right here, right now. He sees you. Good job.
Not too shabby.
Nice Illyrium core. We'll take it, and we did not, believe it or not, expose any more pods. So they're out. Maybe they're in the interior. We got to find a way to get into that interior. We got a door over here, which means I need to go through potentially right there. So we're going to make some noise with you, Gordi. Now that you've revived yourself, who else can we get down there? We can also then get Mr. Solomon down there, and we will open the door and get motoring as fast as we can next turn. I just don't want to open the door with limited movement. I guess we both have shots should there be a pod inside, so for the sake of time and expediency, I think we will, since we do have some options here and we're in good cover, open this door, see if anyone's in there. It wouldn't appear to be the case. So we will be able to move over there next time, perhaps not with the range we have. Do we dare take a couple steps further?
I'm going.
And let's see about you, Gordi, then. Since it would appear safe, famous last words, we're going to get you close over there, too.
Aye, sir.
All right, Reginald, I want to get you up closer to the team now.
I will take us to them.
And Deanna, we're going to probably reposition you a little bit to help cover our retreat. I'm not going to go up to the high ground here at all. Afraid of what we might find. So we'll just sit you where you are and overwatch you. You've got some speed and range. All right, we got to get going. Reinforcements still yellow. Fortunately, we have Gordi. You're in the ability to hack over here. So let's do it. All right, we'll try for the small cache of alien alloys, a whooping 10% chance. Since we're already getting 3 more for that would be a total of 5 added to this region, bring us up to 11. Since the odds are negligible anyway, let's go down here and try for the extra rebels. And we wouldn't have gotten either one anyway. start bringing these guys out. Now we got to get them across and up, and the pole is right there, and we have some other access on this side if it turns out we need to go that way. So let's get these guys running and out the door. Fortunately, they have some pretty good speed. At least the first one does. And this one's going to be coming from a much different angle, so we got to be careful here. This one may find a pod out here that's going to become active, and we're going to run her all the way over here like this on the first move, hopefully safe. Find out if there's a pod there, and we got lucky. I don't know, there's still 3 more out there somewhere. Well, actually, potentially 4 more. That one, the 6th member that was killed was that Psy zombie. So I think what we'll do is kind of do the little reload and overwatch for you. So smart overwatch is in the cards for you. We'll get you running over here, Jake.
Seems doable.
We'll start trying to get in a position to cover our retreat. And you, Joe Marotta, let's get you hustling back this way. That car's already exploded. Overwatch is all around, I do believe. Yeah, you've double moved. Everybody should be ready. Everybody's moved as far as they can. It's just our guys here. Yes.
I understand.
I'm on it.
Glad to
Come
meet
get
you.
some.
Still not hearing a hide nor hair of that last pod, so our sneaky tactics, for whatever they're worth, seem to be working. We can get our first resistance personnel rescued up here. That's good news. Yes, nothing else on the roof has appeared. I kind of held off to see if anything would surprise us up there. And this resistance personnel is going to have to motor it. And I don't, well, actually anywhere near this thing, that car can explode, so there's just no safe place when you're dealing with this explosive map. Well, let's just hope nobody wanders in there and blows it up on us. With that in mind, Reginald, I think we might want to relocate you just a little bit. Jake, we're gonna run you across also. Not a lot of overwatch on this move because we're kind of staying away from the barrel. And Joe, let's hustle you too.
Stepping off.
And Gordi, you're the one that's farthest behind.
Are you sure?
So far, so good. It's always kind of nerve-wracking when you can't see where you know there's another pod out there
That is
somewhere and you
confirmed.
can't see it.
We've secured a civilian contact.
All right, let's get our last civilian contact on the move so we can complete that part of the mission. And then we'll see if the rest of us can all get out. We may have to hold off, I think, for Gordi.
Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian
But
contact.
we should have enough movement to get a few of us up here for some overwatch cover from up on high, should that last pod wander into us before Gordi can get out of here. Now let's bring some others up first. You have better movement, Deanna. Let's get you to a position to cover so you can
I
overwatch
see.
from there. Joe, that spot will work for
I'm
you.
going.
Gordi, you just need to run because that's as far as you can get to the base of the pole. So let's get Jake Solomon up and overwatching.
Whatever you say.
And Gordi, hustle. All right, let's overwatch.
Got it covered? Affirmative. Covering now.
And no sign of that final pod, so reinforcements coming in just turned red, so we're getting out of here in the nick of time.
No problem, boss.
Of course.
And since there's no reason to...
No problem, boss.
Actually, we technically could wait for the reinforcement pod, because I think normally the rule is you don't get experience points for reinforcements, but since we did not get all 9 killed of the base original, I think for the first 3 we would have gotten first 3 of the reinforcements we would have gotten experience. So oh well, let's just get moving and end this thing.
It's hard out there.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
All right, I'll take success anytime. There's the team. Collaborate and die. Another flawless. I better not get too used to this. These are pretty easy missions, guys. they aren't the big challenges that we're going to be facing soon.
Our enemy lurks in the shadows, plotting to destroy all we have built, to return us to the chaos of the old world. Only together can we oppose them. United in the Elders' love for us, we shall prevail, no matter the cost.
Alrighty. And there's our first shot of the redesigned, repainted Avenger in action.
Out there, Commander. All thanks to you.
Promotions all around, which I love. We'll take a look at those promotions in a little bit. My MO is to usually promote right before we take them out on the mission as we're putting the teams together. I know other people like to promote right now, but we're going to hold off. And there's one of our new Resistance personnel. We gained an advanced stock and a Lyrium core, which is probably more valuable for us, although an advanced stock allows steady weapon for a sharpshooter, can come in handy. Alright, so I don't think we really have a lot of options left at the moment to do on the interior. Not a lot that we need to take care of. Got a bunch of promotions. And also this symbol here, some of you may or may not recognize this. This is a symbol representing combat intelligence. You want to be blue. You don't want to be red. Yellow is average, and green is not half bad either. So that gives you an idea of if you see your character on this list, kind of what your combat intelligence number is looking like. And we could talk more about how that can benefit you, or maybe get you to promote a little quicker than someone else with lower intelligence. So let's get back out there and see what we need to do to find some more missions here. Alright, strength levels still 1, vigilance 3. We're going to continue our scanning down here. We got a strength level in New Brazil, so I'm sure at some point they're going to reinforce us down here. But let's just do some more scanning in New Chile.
Much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
All right, thank you, Tygan. We need to examine an Advent officer corpse.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
New item available, AP, armor-piercing rounds is a big one, and then all the autopsies have unlocked for us. And we have some inspired research on modular weapons, so we'll see if that's what we want to do next or not. And it is one of the ones that allows us to do and use on our weapons, and since it's inspired and we're going to be getting it in the near term anyway, and it's only 2 days, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. And after that we'll see about potentially the trooper autopsy. We shall see. So we're going to start with the inspired research that we gained off of this one.
Begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
And getting those inspirations is pretty random, so sometimes I take them, sometimes I don't. Just all depends on what gets inspired and if we need it right away.
I must admit, having successfully completed the operation necessary to remove the commander's implant, I am intrigued by the possibility of examining another subject for comparative analysis. Since the officer in question will likely have expired long before arrival here, I may rely on a faster, more invasive approach to removing the chip this time around.
Alright, let's get down there and scan some more. The other thing we can do while we're down here, now that we have some new Haven members, something I did not check and do, the newest members are in hiding. We're going to put everybody right now on intel. So I lost a little time, but not getting them all right away on intel. But this gives us quite a strong extra boost to our intel searches, so hopefully we'll have some good timers coming up. And we do have a new target. Nice 8-day timer, I'll take it. Find a lead, recover an item from an Advent train, and it's for intel, which we desperately need right now, so we can get a like to ideally get at least 3 regions unlocked early on, and in addition to getting our liberation chain started somewhere. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and what we're going to do is I'll be right back. I'm going to pick out the team. It will not be who you see in front of you, and we'll come back and see who we're able to take on this, and we'll kind of review who's going on the ride. Alright, we have a team going out for Operation Ghost Wheel to recover that item from the Advent train. It's a nice squad. We got 4 core soldiers that have been out, squatty or lance corporal, and have prior experience, and it allows us, because of the timer, to also in addition bring out some more rookies, 2 as a matter of fact, to keep promoting our rookies at the same time. We kind of have to work twofold. First of all, get soldiers high enough advanced so they can become officers, and secondly, get enough rookies advanced so we can get multi-classes available and enough variety in the soldiers that we need to be taking out. So anyway, here's the team we are taking out. I took Gravedigger, starting in the middle, away from his duty of Haven management. Replaced him with 2 because we forgot to put somebody into Brazil. So we promoted Captain Jean-Luc Picard to a gunner, and he is in New Chile, and his bond mate, which was Deanna Troi, I believe, she got her promotion, her first squatty or lance corporal promotion, and she is going to have lightning reflexes with that. But they're both taking over the Haven management duties, so we keep somebody in there at all times to help us however we can to root out the faceless that always find their way into the Havens to sabotage our efforts. Then we have the core that's been out before, and that's Nikolai Carpathia, Beverly Crusher and Worf, bondmates with Carpathia and Worf. Those three will get promotions real quick before we take them out, so let's just do the promotions first. It'll give us a chance to look at some of their special XCom bonuses that we get, and for everybody they get a different role and a different series. It's all kind of random, and sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. But for you, Nikolai, we're going straight with a more of a traditional blade focused build for you as a shinobi, so you're going to pick up Blade Master here. In the future we will have somebody that has more of a stealth build, especially to have somebody available to help us out on these tower missions when we get to them. Stealth comes a little bit more in handy there. So congratulations, Nikolai, on your first promotion. There's a couple of cool little perks in here. I always like the idea of combat fitness. That's like an amazing promotion, and for sure we're probably going to take that. And then down here on your last, they're high level promotions, but lightning slash, attack any enemy with blue movement range with your sword, and it does not end your turn. So that's like double flesh. And unlike slash, you don't have to be next to them to start that and take advantage of it. And combine that with coup de grace, bonus to hit damage and critical chance with your weapon. Oh no, not coup de grace. But anyway, lightning slash, I felt was, I'm thinking of somebody else, combining it with something else. But those are the two perks that stand out to me that I'm going to be looking at down the road probably. Beverly Crusher. Your first action, what we're going to do, just because we've been hit and nailed by so many drones, and we've defended ourselves good against mind control, but it then disorients us. We're going to go on our very first specialist. We're going to go with Revival Protocol. It's what we've needed the most over combat protocol, fighting against the drones. So we're going to pick Revival Protocol for you, Beverly. Disassembly, I saw down here in the XCOM abilities, intrigued me. Killing an enemy grants a stackable 20 hack bonus that lasts 3 turns. So if you're continuing, we keep you killing people, you can really up your hacking bonuses if we have something that we want to get. That one was intriguing to me. Hit and run, always a good choice. Resilience, if we feel we need a little fortitude on your part, but that's really the one that interested me or looked the most interesting for me on your particular build. And finally, Worf. Let's see what we're giving you. Well, in this, I always have trouble getting lined up to take advantage of slug shot. I always seem to have a use for lightning reflexes, and that's what we're going to choose for you, Worf. This is the one. This was the combo one that I thought made a great combo. This perk, Stiletto, shots fired with your shotgun, pierce 3 armor, especially as the armor starts building up as we move forward. That's amazing to get through 3 armor, and then combine that with lethal, which very well could be the final shot I'm going to take here with you, and do additional 2 points of damage on top of piercing 3 armor. That can be a really mighty nice combo for us. So there's all sorts of fun stuff here to take a look at. Looks like we have 2 Shadow Steps, Shadow Strike. Their icons look almost the same. So that's kind of how we're looking for Worf as far as his special abilities that at least at quick glance looked interesting. So everybody else should be set now. We got 2 med kits going out. One thing with the medical protocol does not become available until like your 3rd promotion for the specialist now, so that's a little bit of something to get adjusted to. In fact, there's something else on one of these builds, and I think we'll look at it closer, but I can't remember which build, whether it was the assault or some things flipped from what I'm used to seeing them as. I'm used to being able to pick a certain combination, and I have to rethink some options. But anyway, here's the team. We did equip and buy off camera 1 special round here, AP round for Beverly Crusher. Since you can't use the gremlin to take out drones, we can get that extra armor piercing with her shot against drones. So that's the one purchase we made off camera also. Otherwise, everybody's got standard fits. The two rookies I took, I focused on mobility, so these guys have the best mobility I had available in the pool, and they had crap aim. So we're carrying the full assortment of explosives and flashbangs, and we changed our weapons to the SMG just to help with that mobility, and since they don't have great chances to hit anyway, so we lighten their ability to pack some punch, but hopefully by being able to have that extra step that perhaps that carrying the SMG gives them, they'll be able to flank it and help their aim that way. So there you go, there's the team. Let's start our infiltration for Operation Ghost Wheel.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is stay right down here at the moment and scan some more. Let's hope for another good timer. 6 days, not necessarily good, but it does allow us to potentially start liberating the region. And I guess we're going to do that just because we get intel in the process. I probably, in my mind, I'm more interested in liberating a different region, but being a small continent, we already got the tower, we don't need another one. This could work too. So we're going to go ahead and do this mission. We're going to go down here, pick out the team. It's extremely light on this at least initial step in liberating the region. And then we'll be right back once I pick out the team. It's probably going to be a little tighter, 5 soldiers perhaps, and there's even a chance we only able to squeeze in 4, so we'll find out. Okay, so we were able to put together a team of 5 for our first Liberation Chain mission, Operation Secret Doom. We took 4 core team members that have been out before and only 1 true rookie. Just because it is Liberation Chain, we just want to make sure we get off to the right start. The true rookie is Jojo Betzler. We gave him just because as a true rookie he still has the best aim. We'll find out after promotions. That may change, but he has a wonderful starting aim at 70. We gave him the AP rounds to kind of be the drone killer on this particular mission to get through their armor. They're the enemies right now that have the most armor that we have to go against. Then we have Robbie Zasso, and we're going to give him his promotion right now. He is going to become our technical. So this will be a first, I think our first technical we're bringing out on any mission. So let's get this promotion going. So we have some heavy weapons we have available, and one of those is the Gauntlet. And that is a combination of rocket launcher and flamethrower. So we get to start having fun with that, I hope. Next up for promotion is Sebastian Zazowski. And Sebastian is going to become our, I believe it might even be our first ranger also. So we got some firsts here on how we're promoting some folks. We can get him in position. He has a double barrel, both barrels available on his shotgun. So if we're able to get him up close, otherwise he's typical ranger or infantry kind of build where he has light him up. The first shot is not turn ending, so he can take 2 shots as long as he doesn't move. Then we come up to Reginald Barclay, and he is going to be, once again, I think our first grenadier that we're going to be building. He of average stats often then become grenadiers. And so we now have some grenade launching abilities available. And our final promotion is Callum Robertson, and he is going to be promoted and leading the way on this one as our stealth guy. And he is another shinobi for us. A lot of shinobis with good mobility early on that we're able to promote. We're just going to have to catch up with some of our other classes here as we get moving forward. So typical build, we've seen shinobis before. And when we get to the first promotion, we'll look at the other XCom classes a little closer when we get to their next promotion. So here we are. All I got to do is outfit with the goodies, and I'll be right back for that one. Alright, now we got them re-equipped back up, and we're looking at full complement of grenades on just about everybody, except I snuck in 2 med kits here. As far as our grenadier, we gave 2 actual frag grenades and 1 flashbang. So we're pretty well equipped and ready to go out on this mission. Let's get down there and start our infiltration. We're infiltrating 3 hours underneath what we needed to get our extremely light, so we're in good shape.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.
There we go. And when I went out to equip and build one more of the AP rounds, guess what? We came up with another mission ahead of us. And this is a smash and grab, which we can definitely use. Unfortunately, I do not have enough funds to get us another AP round till after we do this. So this is an important mission for us. Hopefully we won't see too many drones out here on this one, and we'll see if we can equip this team with an 8-day, 23-hour timer. We should be able to bring along 6 soldiers and have them well equipped for this smash and grab. So let's get down there and pick out this team. Then we're going to have a nice flow of missions here coming up. So we'll be right back with the team. Alright, for our first smash and grab, Operation Blood Giant, we were able to squeeze in a team of 6, which is preferable to me. That's what I like to be able to take out on a smash and grab, although it doesn't always work that way. We have a nice core with 4 returning members. We've got Yu Takeda, who is leading the way as our shinobi. We also have Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who will be our gunner on this mission. He will be the slowest one scooting around, so we'll have to keep that in mind along with our rookie over here, Q. Smash and grab, you sometimes do prefer speed, but can't have everything all the time. Deanna Troi is along as our assault, and both Deanna and Captain Picard will have medkits just in case, and we have a specialist in Jake Solomon also on the team. We gave him an SMG just to improve what would have been just horrendous movement, just to keep up his movement. He'll probably be providing a lot of aid protocol, because at that first level there's only so much you can do. And finally, we got 2 rookies along. We got Homer Simpson along and Q along. And they both, well, Homer is equipped with a submachine gun to help with his mobility, and just so he has a little bit of punch, even though it slows him up a bit. We got Q along also with the standard assault rifle. And that's the makeup of the team. We got 2 bond mates in Picard and Troi. And that's the team we're taking out. Extremely light activity expected. Plenty of infiltration time to get in here. So let's get infiltrated.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
Okay, what I'm thinking at this point is we've got 3 good old missions over here down in New Chile. So what we're going to do with our Haven team, and I don't know if I mentioned, we switched out by getting Captain Picard and Deanna Troi. We got a new Haven advisor, Joe Marotta, and he is shinobi, one of our shinobis, but we had to promote him before we could stick him in here. The game doesn't allow unpromoted, even if you're a high enough rank, it doesn't allow you with a promotion pending to be able to put in his Haven advisor. So Joe, we got you Blade Master for your first promotion. And what we're going to do as I popped in here, since we've got 3 missions going here, we're going to switch some of us over temporarily to supply. I don't think I'll switch everybody over per se, because I don't want a total and complete drop off on intel. We'll keep 4 on intel and the rest on supply. And our other Haven advisor, just as an FYI that we put up here in New Brazil, that's Gordi La Forge. He's taking care of things up here. I think what we will do with our team, however, or with our Avenger over here, we're going to get up here and start scanning up here also. On the way, we'll stop at the black market to see if there's anything we can sell and help us out. It hurt. I would have liked to have one more AP round so we had someone equipped on every team, but we'll get there. It sometimes is not possible to have the perfect team every
Avenger
time.
plotting new course.
Market is open.
What do they have available to buy? Well, we have our scientist and engineer, but we just don't have the supplies. Perhaps our smash and grab will help us be able to increase one of those categories. And do they have anything they're looking to buy that we have in abundance? Illyrium crystals, not necessarily. They're very interested in that, and I'm not about to give up my last sectoid corpse, so we're probably not in great shape. Only one Illyrium core. So at the moment, I'm not interested really in selling. I'm not a seller. So we'll continue up to Brazil, New Brazil.
Setting course for Brazil.
And we'll do a few scans up here. I really only have one more team possible to go out, and that's if I pull both my Haven advisors to make the team full. It would consist of 4 rookies and the 2 Haven advisors, so it has to be the right mission for me to do that. Otherwise, we may be skipping a mission here for the first time because we got a long wait for some infiltration to happen. And unfortunately, we do not have enough intel to go expanding yet. Just as
Commander, as of right now, we don't have enough intel to get a solid bearing on the local resistance forces in that area.
Thank you, Bradford. I was going to point that out. Just as an example, to expand to New Mexico, we need 160 intel. And what do we have? Whoop-de-doo, 39 right now. So we do have some intel missions out there that'll start helping us, but we're not in a position to expand yet. So let's scan up here in New Brazil.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
All right, so next time we send out teams, we will have the ability to use some of our new items that we're picking up little by little as loot. And we'll be able to add the stocks, the scopes, and everything else we pick up. So that's an important one. And fortunately, it was inspired and only took us 2 days. Suppressors, autoloaders, hair triggers, high-capacity magazines, stocks, laser sights, scopes. And there you go. What do we want to do next? I think what we're going to move up to next is the Advent Trooper Autopsy. I think that's next in line. We don't have enough scientists. That's hurting us right now. So if we do get funds, we may have to look at hiring a scientist. We only have 1 engineer, so we're really thin. We need more missions actually to rescue some of those kinds of guys. Let's go ahead with the Advent Trooper Autopsy. Help us unlock the Proving Ground, which is one of the early buildings along with the training school that I want to get unlocked.
Knowing that my past surgical experience is limited, I am sure the crew appreciates that I hone my skills on fallen Advent forces before triaging our own wounded. To the uninitiated, the common Advent trooper is seemingly human. The aliens have disguised its most glaring divergence from the human form with a carefully designed helmet.
All right, there we go. Let's get out
The
there.
aliens have considerable resources at their disposal, but we've still managed to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
All right, we're close to having our lab online, and we will start getting some more resources here once we clear this debris, which will be a big, big help.
With the commander running things, I've got...
From what I've seen, you could use the practice.
And we'll start scanning. We're still only 11% on our infiltrations here at the best.
I appreciate the new lab facilities, Commander.
All right, we have the new facility. And we do have the ability to add a scientist. but right now we don't have a spare scientist available, so we need to start gathering some scientists so we can increase the research time by staffing this building here. And we can upgrade it, but it's not worth it at this point without enough scientists to begin with. So, scanning some more. We have our first target in Brazil, and this one you'll find with the strength level a little higher. Oh, this is Operation Crimson Claw. I don't know that the team we would have available is quite the right one, even though we have a friendly timer. I just don't have the quantity. I can bring a team of 6, but if I want to have a team of 4 rookies going out on a very light mission, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to equip for this mission, just because I'm looking at that 33 intel and going, oh boy, I'm greedy, I could use it, but this will be the first mission I cancel. If it turns out something better pops up that's not going to be so difficult, especially for 4 rookies on a team. So we'll get in there and take a look at equipping this team and getting them out there, and I'll be right back. We'll take a look at who we're taking out. Alright, here's the team we're looking at on this particular mission. We got Joe Marotta as our shinobi, being able to at least scout out and keep us safe. Even though we all start revealed, we'll try to keep him as revealed as possible to make this one happen. Gordi La Forge is our sharpshooter. I think the first sharpshooter we're taking out, and a slums mission isn't necessarily the best kind of map for a sharpshooter, but we'll make it work. Both those guys as our frontline guys or main guys we're counting on have med kits. Everybody else is maxed out on the grenades, all the rookies, because in order to kill they need all the help they can get. The ones that have the worst aim we equip with SMGs to hopefully help them get some flank shots to hopefully do some damage. And rookie Hertz is along with just the only rookie carrying an assault rifle, since he has the best aim of the rookies to try and deal some damage that way. One thing I may have to do, I just noticed the infiltration timer. I didn't think it would be this close. I may have to detach an item or two somewhere along the way here, so let me work on that. And also look at, now that we can look at weapon attachments, maybe there's something there, suppressors that'll help us squeeze in. So let me be right back taking a look at those attachments. All right, we've made our adjustments. What we did is got rid of the goodies, the med kit and flashbang or frag grenade, whatever our sniper was carrying. He may be far enough removed backline where he can't use those as much and is a little safer to begin with, so we're going to take that chance there. I did take away one grenade, the frag grenade from rookie Hertz, just because he has the best aim of the rookies. He was also given an advanced scope to help with that aim even more, and free reload attachment to his weapon. So since he had the best chance of the rookies to hit with his main weapon, we took away that, and we were able to get under infiltration time by 2 hours, which is always the goal. Have that 2-hour flux for travel time or whatever that could pop up. I don't think it'll be an issue since we're all on the same continent, but you know, you never know. Better to play it safe. Otherwise, everybody else is equipped as best as possible. We got the advanced stock that we equipped our sniper with, so he can steady weapon if necessary or if possible, and another free reloader on our second best rookie at a whooping 62 aim. In case he gets into some good position. So there's the team. We're going to start our infiltration, Operation Crimson Claw. It's going to be a tough one. This is the one I'm least comfortable about right now that we are infiltrating on.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
Okay, and with this in mind, we're going to take a look at all our havens. We're going to put everybody on supply temporarily because we just don't have the bodies for any more missions. So why should we be focused on intel? We'll try to switch back to intel as we get closer to infiltration levels, because it does take a little time. Oops, supply. It does take a little time to switch back and ramp up on intel, just like it'll take some time to ramp up to gain ourselves some supplies, but that's
Setting
the
course
plan.
for the Chilean controlled district.
Well, that didn't mean to click down there, but we'll go ahead and scan down here since these are the missions that will. Actually, since we have some dead time and there's absolutely nothing else really to do at this point, why don't we go in here and what does that helps us build faster? Well, we aren't actually building right now, so does that also help clearing out junk? Does that help us do that faster? Actually, I don't think so. So we'll just scan down in New Chile.
Setting course for Chile.
And we cleared some alien debris, so this is good. And what I'm thinking is the building I want to build here is going to be ideally the proving grounds once we finish our research, and then over in the corner, once we clear this one out, which we're going to go ahead and start doing the alien debris here. Keeping Jose busy clearing stuff out. Hey, I'm going to hold this off for the proving grounds, I think, and then the GTS, so we can get some officer training available. We'll go in the corner here. Supplies-wise, because of clearing the room, we're up to 54, so that's also good, but we can't even afford to build anything quite yet. So we need that smash and grab to be a success. Okay, we got a recover an item. Zulu is 100% infiltrated. Looks like this is going to be our next mission, guys, coming up next time. Operation Secret Doom. This is the Liberation Chain, step number 1 that will be going out here. And just as a reminder, on the team, Robbie Zasso, Sebastian Jazowski, Reginald Barclay, Callum Robertson, and Jojo Betzler. Confident that we'll be able to succeed on this one, so join me next time to see if that if that feeling is accurate. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Hey, do me a favor, thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love hearing from all of you whenever you have something to say, and if you don't have something to say, just say hi. And thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you next time.